down. That's a little bit of an advantage for him. The DT stays alive. Another little advantage that'll help him keep establishing at least a little bit of map control here as he maxes up. It looks like he's got an Archon as well. I guess he was afraid of the Mutalisk build or something like that, or if he was going to push out, he would also need that Archon. But overall, the Archon is probably not going to be very effective right now, unless there's a tech switch to Mutalisk, which it doesn't look like it. We are going to see the Lurker Ling right now early on, and Archon does not do very well against Lurkers. It does well against Lings, but the Lurkers and Hydralisks kind of beat down on Archons pretty easily. A second evolution going down, as well as the chamber, or the hive, sorry. And it looks like we are going to see a little bit of a push coming in here for Zero. Zero's coming in with his lane, certainly able to pick off the Archon, able to surround it anyways, and the Lurkers are going to be able to finish it off. Reach with some mismicroing there, absolutely some big mismicroing there, and unable to really use that Archon to the fullest of his ability. And we do see some Corsairs going in at the natural expansion, able to do a lot of damage. They're able to pick off a bunch of units right now. And that DT, that's some Imba DT placement right there, able to block that entire ramp off, stopping the 4 Lurkers from going in. Those 4 Lurkers go in, and that could be game over. Oh, Zero! Holy crap! That was absolutely epic play there, targeting his own Zerglings with his Lurkers to pick off that Dark Templar. That was so sweet. That is like an absolute awesome Pimpus play right there. That is so cool when players do stuff like that. Like you can see Archons hitting Zealots in order to kill Lurkers, stuff like that. That is just some awesome badass stuff. So great job there. And we're getting the first person view of Zero. The screen's ridiculously dark. Does he actually play on that dark screen, or is this just, I don't know. But yeah, that is a really dark screen, surprisingly enough. And looks like his Scourge are going to be able to catch a couple more Corsairs. Sloppy play by Reach, unable to protect his Corsairs, not clumping them up quite properly, and losing a couple more. Now we're seeing the first person point of view of Reach as he's working hard to try and keep his third base up and running, trying to keep it alive. Looks like he's going to go for a 4 Zealot, a 2 Zealot, 2 DT, trying to see here what exactly he put in there. I think it was 2 Zealots and 2 DTs going into that shuttle, so we were going to see some dropship play out of him. And it doesn't look like a lot of observers are out right now for Reach. We do have the shuttle, and actually it looked like it just dumped all of its units, so it's not going to be a shuttle drop quite yet, probably eventually. And yeah, it looks like we're going to see it now. It looks like DTs were just picked up. But a couple Zerglings out to scout, probably going to do an effective job of scouting this out. And a ton of Scourge are out! Oh my god, this shuttle is in huge danger right now. The Scourge are coming for it, and Reach sees it. Reach does see it, and he's bringing a lot of his Corsairs in to try and defend. But he's got to be really careful here. Oh my god, a couple Corsairs go down, and that shuttle just barely survives. That shuttle escaped, but 4 Corsairs and a shuttle being scouted out. Reach looks like he is going to go for it. Going to go for the main, going to see what damage he can do. But it's going to be tough for him. The Spore Colony is already up. Zerglings are there to defend. Defiler Mound is also up. 4 DTs being dropped. 4 DTs! That is a ridiculous number. I don't know if Overlord speed has been researched, so I don't know how long it's going to take for Overlords to get back here. Ultra's Cavern also up, and Reach is going for the tech, trying to take down both the Defiler Mound and the Ultra's Cavern. Looks like he might actually be able to take down the Defiler Mound. It's so close. The Defiler Mound is... it just barely lives. The Defiler Mound lives, but the Ultra's Cavern does go down. So, we're going to see a split in Hive Tech right now for 4-0. He gets to keep one of his Hive Tech alive. He gets to keep the Defiler Mound, and my personal belief is that right now you want the Defilers first anyways. He can wait a little bit to get the Ultra's Cavern, but the Defilers are going to let him get a lot of more map control with the Swarm, and really that puts that third base of Reach. There's going to have to be some hefty defense there. This is why you need Archon and Reavers, is once Swarm comes out, cannon defense doesn't work. You see a lot of Protoss players with their third and fourth, and, well, I guess on this map it's just big enough, a fifth base, really defending with a ton of cannons, just putting like 10 cannons at their base, or some huge number, and trying to defend that way. But Swarm really makes it useless. Cracklings plus Swarm equals an absolutely destroyed Protoss base defended by cannons in seconds. You almost have no time to react. And we are seeing the first Reavers coming out now. Second Robo Bay going down at the natural expansion as well. So yeah, Reach does know and is going to try and respond as well as he can to try and counter the Defiler and the Ultralisk that will be coming out shortly. He does have one Archon out, as well as a bunch of Zealots and a couple High Templars for Storms, but it looks like he's lost all of his Corsairs, and he just lost his Observer. Now would be a time, just think right now, if there was a Mutalisk tech switch. There's one Archon and a couple of High Templars, and that's it for anti-air right now. So if Zero was to do a tech switch, that would be absolutely ridiculous right now. It does look like Zero's taking 2, I think he already had the bottom right base for his 4th, and it looks like he's taking the 6 o'clock base for his 5th as well. He's got units at the top right as well, watching to see if Reach does decide to expand there. And Zero constantly searching, exploring, scouting with his Scourge, getting a lot of good information out. And so that's pretty pretty sweet for him. Always seeing, he saw the Reavers coming out right away, so he knows the timing of everything. He knows exactly what he needs to do right now. I think this game is really in Zero's hands right now. He's up to 5 and almost a 6 base. If he has that 3 o'clock base going up as well, there's a yellow blob over there. I don't know if that's another base, but if that's a 7th base, this is just hugely in the hands of Zero, and it's all in his court. He can do what he wishes off of 6, 7 bases. That'll give him 5, 6, I don't know. He was at like 4 gas already, probably getting a 5th gas up pretty soon. That's just ridiculous. Oh, nice play going off, catching a bunch of Zealots and those Reavers. The Reavers are going to take a lot of damage, and the Zealots are going to take a bunch of damage as well. The Archons, oh man, those Archons, Archons hate Plague. They lose all of 9 HP, heaven forbid. But Reach does have his force out kind of in the middle, still bordering that ocean line, and all of these cracklings. This just looks like a swarm of angry bees ready to attack, and another great Plague going off, catching the rest of the Zealots. And here come all the cracklings to take on all of the damaged units of Reach. Great Storm going down, picking off a lot of units. Another great storm, a lot of great storms coming down from Reach. Reach playing very well right now, throwing down a ton of storms, catching a ton of Zerglings. And for those of you who don't know, Reach was the original, well, I guess you call him the Storm Toss. I forget what usually the name they gave him, like the Mujin, I don't remember, some weird name. I think it was Korean that meant like Storm Toss or Magic Toss, something like that. And Reach was really the first person to really popular. I don't know if I want to say popularize, but he was the first person to have like dominant swarms and have like epic storms of, he was the first iconic stormer of Protoss. Now, I mean, I still think it's Jangbi now, at least for modern day Protoss. Jangbi is the modern day Protoss storming king. If he would just get back, yeah, I'm still giving it to him because, well, I'm still I still have a whole lot of Jangbi fanboyism, so, not willing to give that up yet. We do see Zero loading up for a drop and try and take out the natural expansion, and that would put Reach kind of in a terrible spot. That would put him back down to really one mining base. I assume the main is almost done. Almost mined out. And a couple of lurkers do go down for Zero, but I doubt he even really cares. He's taking the base on the top right as well. I doubt he cares in any way, shape, or form, losing 1 or 2 lurkers here. And here comes dual drop, actually. Drop into the main, drop into the 3rd base as well. This is going to be bad for Reach. This could be GGO for Reach. And cracklings being dropped all over the gateways. Ultras being dropped at the 3rd, along with some cracklings. Swarm at the main. Oh my god, this is it for Reach. Reach is, I think, is going to be gone. GGO. Reach is, yeah, drawing dead here, losing his Temple Archives, losing his Citadel, losing tech left and right, losing that 3rd base is done. And, yeah, Reach is out of it, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. He can try and do what damage he can with what units he has left over, but he is out of it. And his main Nexus is even going to go down. His main Nexus does go down. The Robo goes down. He's still got that Observatory. I don't know about the support bay. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. He's really not mining right now. I think he's mining off of half a base, maybe. He's only got 1 Nexus up right now, since that 3rd Nexus just went down. Yeah, I think he lost his support bay as well, so he can't even produce Reavers, he can't produce High Templar, can't produce Archons. He can make Zealots and Dragoons, maybe? I didn't watch for the Cybernex core. I assume that he can probably still build Dragoons as well. And Reach is going to push out one last time. Going to see what damage he can do, but it's not going to matter. Off of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, somewhere between 6 and 8 bases for Zero. And that also means 6 and 8 gas, because this is Fighting Spirit. And there is no mineral only here on Fighting Spirit. So this is just going to be epic for Zero. He's just got so much gas, just going to be able to pump Ultras. And by the way, the winner of this game between Zero and Reach is going to push Fighting Spirit into the win column for either the Swarm or for Ire. And it looks like it is going to go into the win column for Ire. That's going to be 7-6 right now. Zerg over Protoss on this map. So it's a very, very close map, very, very balanced so far, at least in ZVP. Surprisingly enough, if I must say, but considering the nature of ZVP these days, and I believe that means with the Silver Crown and half, I think that's his 11th Pro League win. Yeah, I think that's his 11th Pro League win. Yeah, he's 11-4 overall in the Pro League. The Woongjin Stars is something like 24 and 22. So I mean, Zero's doing his job. It's up to the rest of Woongjin Stars, from Free to Quanro, etc., to do their job and really make Woongjin Star more powerful. But Zero's doing his job as long as he stays up to it, because he's seeing some good Woongjin Star play. And I'm gonna do one more game for you guys today. It's going to be Flash and Stork from the OSL. That should be absolutely epic. It's so hyped. Should be so sweet. So that'll be the next game coming at you. I will see you there.